This is a review of a very special little arcade machine. A genuine work of passion from a company who really know their retro gaming. But before we get into the specifics, I wanted to throw some VHS visuals at you in the shape of shots I took at the expo where I picked up the review machine. Alright, that's enough reminiscing. This video is about a new arcade machine on the retro gaming block. I should tell you that every shot featuring Pac-Man so far has been of the mini machine, the official Quarter Arcade's 4th scale Pac-Man. I say that because despite its size, it's such a good copy, you could be forgiven for thinking you've been looking at the full scale original. I'll deal with gameplay first. It's a 5 lives version, just like the mass-produced cabinet that most of us have played, and this also gives you the opportunity to get the perfect score. You choose between 1 or 2 player mode on the buttons to the right of the joystick. You add credits by pushing the coin release buttons. The screen is a 480 by 272 pixels 5-inch 60,000 colours TFT that positively glowed in the darkness of my warehouse test area. It's clear and bright and is easily big enough to lose yourself in the gameplay, but not surprisingly it doesn't match the warmth of the 30-year-old cathode ray tube monitor of the original cab. One of the first things you'll notice is how tiny the 4-way joystick is. It's really small and takes some getting used to. I'm no better on the miniature version than I am on the full scale version. I adjusted my finger position several times before I found a way to most assuredly guide Pac-Man around the screen. Yay! Does it have the weight and directional stability of the original? Well, no. But considering you're using the tips of your fingers, it works. It feels solidly attached and has a convincing response rate. They've really thought about this machine. The 3-watt speaker has a volume control hidden on the back of the cab, and it's powered by USB but can run from its lithium battery. The forensic attention to detail it's astonishing. I mean, look on the rear here. You've got rear air vents with the wire mesh. Look at that, it's beautifully done. And often on these miniature arcade projects that, I've seen in the past, things like the edging is much thicker than this. So this is the correct ratio. It's even delicately painted to emulate the kind of plastic cover that you can get. In fact, the guys told me that the plastic edging that you find on original arcade machines is available for this machine, but it would just make it ridiculously expensive. So what they've done instead is they've painted it, but it's a really nice effect. Of course, on the original first-gen Pac-Man full-size arcade cabinet, all of this artwork was hand-painted. It was one of the only arcade machines to feature hand-painted artwork, but this is actually a 3M vinyl, but it's beautifully done. One thing I'm really impressed by is, this thing isn't running Raspberry Pi, it's not MAME. The guys behind this have actually created their own bespoke emulator. This is 100% accurate, featuring the original ROM from Pac-Man. I think the team at Numbskull, who are behind the Quarter Arcades project, have made something really special in this machine. And huge respect to them for giving me early access to their latest retro creation. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. And what I love about it is it gives the opportunity for anyone to own an arcade machine. It might be a quarter of the size, but in every other respect, it's an exact arcade replica of the original, and it plays like it too. You really do feel immersed in the Pac-Man retro gaming experience. And with Galaga, Galaxian and Miss Pac-Man also on the cards for release, I can envisage people collecting the entire series and maybe even building their own miniature arcade. That's actually a really good idea. With like tiny cigarette butts, you know, on the floor, miniature stains, and like a really moody bloke that, you know, sells you pocket sweets like fruit salads and blackjacks. Welcome. Actually, there's no button there. It's over here. It's so small I couldn't see it. Brilliant!